All right, so it is early in the morning for me anyway. I stay up late. I haven't even had a second cup of coffee yet. And I'm scrolling Twitter, getting my thoughts together, because later on I'm going to make a review video about what I saw last night in the preseason games. And the Panthers extended Spencer Knight 3 years, 4.5 per, which Stu was telling everybody he was going to get $5 million, and we kind of thought, man, you know, he was going to get a bridge deal maybe for 2 or 3. Now, obviously, it doesn't count against, you know, it's an extension, so he's still making his normal amount of money this year, but then it's 3 years at 4.5 per. This might be a bit of an overreaction, but at 4.5 per, that screams to me anyway, Sergei Bobrovsky's our goalie for one more season. And I could end up thinking wrong. I mean, I could end up thinking that that's the wrong idea, but are we going to pay 14.5 for 2 goaltenders? Holy crap, right? I mean, most of the goaltenders that have been, you know, winning cups, and well, maybe not Vasilevsky. The point is, you can get a cup-winning goaltender for like $5-6 million. All last season, what did I say? What did I say? I said every game that Bobrovsky plays well is costing Spencer Knight's money. Costing Spencer Knight money. I knew, I had a feeling that, and Stu called it at $5 million. It's pretty close to what Stu called. I had a feeling that his management team was going to be like, look, this is what Spencer should be making. In other words, on the majority of NHL teams at this point, Spencer Knight would be given the starting job and would be given the ability to earn a lot more money than he has here in Florida. So we're kind of giving him the money because somebody would have. Let's just call it what it is, right? Okay, he had this one more year on his contract, and you know, I'm processing this in front of you guys. This just happened. You had to pay him that because somebody was going to pay him that. Okay? And I'm sure he's thinking, hey, look, Bob's not my problem. I love him. He's my teammate. But y'all the ones that signed him and drafted me at the same time. That's not my problem. Spencer Knight knows what he's worth. And I love that in the kid. So Bobrovsky's our goalie for this season. I think that's pretty well set. Now I know some of you had said when we get to the end of Bobrovsky's contract, the last 2 years, it makes them easier to move. But that has us on the books for $14.5 million next year in goaltenders. Look, we just traded Huberdeau and Weegar. So nobody should be shocked if Bobrovsky's given the keys to the Ferrari for one more season, and then we find a way to get out of that contract. In fact, I just wrote in the article for the Patreon people, I like this kid Guzda. Now, I'm not saying next year go with Spencer Knight and Guzda, but at some point, Knight and Guzda are going to be a tandem, I hope, and I think we're going to be in good shape there. But this, I was kind of agreeing with people when they said Bob's going to be around for another 2 seasons. I mean, sure, we could pay 14.5 for one more year, but this, to me, moves that timeline possibility up to, it's a lot more of a significant possibility that we move on from Bob after this season. And I'm not getting into whether I think we should or could. I'm just looking at the numbers, and that's a god-awful amount of money next year for 2 goaltenders. It just gives me the thought that Zito's like, okay, Bob, here you go. You get one more shot at it here, and then we're going to be willing to eat some money and give Spencer the job. That's what this contract says to me. It might not end up that way, and I know there's going to be a ton of opinions, but I'm happy Spencer got that money, but damn, that's a big paycheck for the goaltenders next season, And I know we get rid of the cap. I mean, we lose the Yandel cap hit, right? And we basically just gave almost all of it to Spencer Knight. Let's put it that way. The Yandel cap hit's what, 5.1, 5.3? I get confused between him and Hornquist's salary. But basically, we just gave almost all of the Yandel cap hit that we're going to lose to Spencer Knight, which is fine, except we're already in cap hell. So this is a beautiful thing. What a beautiful disaster of a mess we have, because we've got the players, but you can just look at it and go, it's going to be like Russian roulette every year now for a couple of years, because we just took almost all of the cap space that we were getting ready to gain next year and gave it to Spencer Knight, which I'm okay with that, but I would be a little bit concerned about, I would start thinking, Bubba Ruski, about where you might want to waive that no move clause to go to, because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. All right, I will be back later. I was going to do the review now, but then when this happened, I wanted to pop this out. Spencer Knight, 3 years at 4.5 per. I saw somebody else say 4, but I saw it reported it was 4.5. So, good job, Spencer. Good job.